All through the old mining areas of northwest Wales, if you know where to look, you can find rock cannon. This is the best known one in what's now a tourist town called Betws-y-Coed. Rock cannon are big lumps of rock with small holes drilled into them. And in the 19th century, if there was something to be celebrated in a mining town around here, locals would light fireworks and bonfires and also fire rock cannon. Put gunpowder in the little holes, connect them up with more gunpowder, either in little channels or by sticking it on with goose grease, stick a feather in one end as a fuse, light it and stand well back. There are more than 200 rock cannon around Wales, and they were used for all sorts of events. Visiting royalty, greeted by rock cannon. Big wedding to celebrate, rock cannon. First train on a new railway, rock cannon. It wasn't an everyday thing, but it definitely wasn't once in a lifetime either. It doesn't happen much anymore, sadly. They more or less faded out in the mid-20th century. Most of the mines have closed and far fewer people have ready access to explosives these days. I did consider asking if I could bring some gunpowder and fire a cannon, but an Englishman coming to North Wales and saying, "Can I put gunpowder in any historical artefacts and create a big explosion in the middle of a national park?" is not a good look. So instead, I asked the explosives engineer I know if he'd be able to build one out here on the test range. And he said yes, but it's 2 months later, and I don't think either of us realised quite how much work this was going to be for him.
I was expecting to cast it one day and then a week later come back and just pull the bits out and all ready to go. It ended up being 3 or 4 weekends and a great deal of blood, sweat and tears. I started off by making some moulds. So they're just bits of dowel chopped off and nailed onto some boards with the right spacings. I waxed all of these pieces so they should extract nice and easily out of the concrete. We then came to cast the concrete. We had to get a digger in to spread it around. We then placed the boards on with these pegs pushed down into the concrete. I then came back the following weekend to remove the boards and to pull the pegs out because they've been nicely waxed, so they should pull out dead easily. They did not pull out dead easily. I eventually came back the weekend after, got them all out, then it rained for all of May. But we're here now, and once we're done with this, it's going to get screeded over, so I'll never have to see it again. Back in the day, the Welsh miners would use goose quill. It was the only sort of natural tube you could find. So they'd chop a piece of goose quill, fill it full of gunpowder, and then when you light one end of it, it'll burn incrementally from that end down and then squirt a bit of flame out of the other end. And that's what they would then put down each of the holes. What I've done is then put some black powder at the bottom of the hole, goose quill into that, tamp the black powder down, then a little bit of newspaper to separate it out. The channels between all the holes are linked up with black powder. The definitive source for information about Welsh rock cannons is a book by Griff R. Jones called The Rock Cannons of Gwynedd. The book actually had a scale map of the Betws-y-Coed cannon in it, so I was able to scan that. Each hole's accurate to within about an inch of where they were on the real thing.
So, shot one. This is an exact replica of the cannon at Betws-y-Coed, and we're going to fire it. This should be pretty much what a visiting dignitary would hear echoing round the Welsh valleys as their train rode into the station. Let's go. I mean, that was lovely. Like the steady glow as it went through, and then boom, boom, boom from each one.
Yeah.
I like how the wads of newspaper just shot up after a while as well.
Yeah.
One of the things I really want to stress is that building rock cannon takes skill. If you were to chisel the holes in the wrong places or along the wrong fracture lines, like in this next test, well, that could be disastrous.
For a rock cannon, you want something that is going to maintain the hole and keep it there, and you can reuse it. Let's say you've got this sedimentary rock in multiple layers and you bore that way, you're going to end up with fracture and stress lines in the rock where it could easily split apart. So I've cast some concrete that has purposely been cast in layers just to demonstrate that if you make a weak rock cannon, it will not do the job.
Right, all the cameras rolling. How far away should I be?
About 20 to 30 yards back.
Okay, good luck. I saw the rock split and come back together there. It was weak because that's the way it's been cast, but the amount of force that bolted that outwards. Final test then, what can we do with modern science?
Well, I think we can add a few firework effects in, give it a bit of colour. We'll reload the 55-shot Welsh cannon and try again.
Lovely. I cannot believe this GoPro's still working. It's still good. So I do apologise to the people of Wales. Not only have a couple of Englishmen copied your historical artefact, we've been bold enough to think we might be able to improve it a bit. We hope you'll forgive us, and if not, we hope you'll at least enjoy the show. Right, are we ready?
Yep, there we go.
Yeah, that'll do.
I think we improved on the Welsh. I'm going to claim that.
Thank you very much. I'd shake your hands.
But you're not allowed to.
Yep. This is a replica of the cannon of Bray. There's a hole there. There's a hole. Don't fall in the hole.